the executive team day one. And so you incur less financial debt, less technical debt, less of all these things, but then you got to pay back the financial debt. Or you just slice down the pie, and so you have a much smaller slice. And so whenever you trade, like there's trade-offs between the types of debt that you choose to incur. And so bootstrap businesses in general take longer to grow because you have the issue that you have right now, which is that you have to keep stockpiling, and you usually have to work double time because you have to do today's job and tomorrow's job in order to generate, basically you do 2 or 3 jobs to generate the cash flow from the savings of not paying someone else to do that job to be able to afford to pay the person to do the job that then levels you up to the next job that you can take over that pays even better. And so that's fundamentally the cycle of a bootstrapped entrepreneur. And so I don't think that you're going too slow. It feels slow because you were used to jetpacks that were artificial. No, just being real. Like if you're like, I've got 10 million bucks, let's go. It's a very different starting block, right? Like businesses that I can grow now, I can just fund them to start. And that's where you get real leverage because you get the best of both. Because then you have the capital, you can start like you're venture backed, but you're the venture backed company. And so you can start with all the leadership in place, get all the consultants in so that you can get the tech stack and all that stuff, and you can pay for the enterprise savings for a year ahead of time, and you can do all that stuff and not dilute down, but then the company owes me money, but I own the company, so whatever, right? And I know I'm gonna get a good return on capital. And so fundamentally, does that help everybody in terms of thinking about this from a speed perspective? Like venture-backed companies go faster because they cheat from like the nature of business. Is like they start with a ton of money and they can spend it from money they didn't make. Bootstrapped, you have to make every dollar that you spend. But I think that long-term bootstrap businesses are the most fundamentally sound. I won't even get too much into that because I'll just stop there. The TLDR is you're going slow because you're comparing it to a venture-backed company.
I will say that was a public-private partnership that was grant funded, so we also didn't have the pressure of, like we had social outcomes too.
Yeah, you didn't even have like revenue or profit goals you had to even hit. So you had like outside money, you weren't accountable for any financial metrics, and you could just hire people. Like, yeah, that's like literally the opposite of a bootstrap business. And so like it's unsurprising that it feels different.
Follow-up to it, just a very quick, it's a technical question.
Sure.
So my next hire will be someone in the content space and then sales manager. How much in cash reserves do you think I should have before I bring on somebody who's going to make like 6 figures?
So this will be good for everybody. The rate at which you hire is actually a risk question, kind of like we were talking about earlier. And so this is where I made a tweet the other day, was like, your lifestyle is your